Hey everyone, yesterday we talked about e-readers, so let's talk about another book format today, audiobooks. You all know that I like to listen to audiobooks while I'm running, and for me that is the perfect combination because when I listen to an audiobook I do have to concentrate on the story, so I cannot do something else where I need to pay attention, and running is pretty automatic. Sometimes I can also listen to audiobooks while cleaning, but it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm just doing the dishes or putting away stuff, that's possible, but if I'm sorting papers and I need to read the papers, I pay attention on the papers and stop listening to the audiobooks, so that's not really possible. Sometimes I also like to listen to audiobooks when I go for a walk or I'm just walking from one place to the next. But often that depends on where I'm walking. If I'm walking past a busy street, I often miss a lot of things that happen in the audiobook, so I tend to prefer to listen to music then. With audiobooks, the narrator is a very important factor. I discovered that if I listen to audiobooks and I don't really like the narrator, I don't really look forward to listening to it and I don't pay that much attention. Also, a very good narrator can add to the story, like James Masterson, who's narrating the Dresden Files. I love listening to his voice and the persona he gave to Harry Dresden. It's just perfect combination. Or the narrator of The Martian, who really represented Mark Watney's attitude perfectly. I also like to listen to audiobooks that were narrated by actors I like. Like I have The Great Gatsby narrated by Jake Gyllenhaal or The Christmas Carol by Tim Curry, and it just adds to the story if you like the voice you're listening to. As you all know, I recently started listening to memoirs on audiobook narrated by the author themselves, and I really enjoy that. Part of that is that the memoirs are usually a little bit shorter than the normal novels, and I find that refreshing, that if you have an audiobook that's like 4 hours instead of 10. And I do like shorter audiobooks sometimes because 10 hours can be very long. And when you only listen to them when you're running, that means there's a lot of time in between it sometimes, and 10 hours can take up to 10 weeks then. When it comes to buying audiobooks, I find they are generally very expensive. I'm using Audible, so I have a subscription and that makes it cheaper to get them. But then there is also the other problem of globalization or publishing rights. There is this audiobook of Ready Player One. Now, I've been wanting to read Ready Player One for quite a long time now, but then I heard that Will Wheaton is reading the audiobook and I was like, I want to listen to that because that must be so much fun. But it's not available in Germany. I tried ordering it through audible.com, but they say they can't give it to me because the publisher doesn't want to publish it in Germany. And then they offered a crappy German alternative, which is like listening to Will Wheaton or some unknown German person reading it to me in German. That's not the same Audible. Those are my thoughts on audiobooks. Tell me what you like about audiobooks, when you use them, do you use them, why don't you use them, where do you get them? Let's just get talking audiobooks. Thank you all for watching and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.